going? Yo, what's up? What's up? We live. What's going on, y'all? As you know, it's another great day to live, another blessing to be here. And as always, I am here to serve. Y'all know I got my do-rag on. I'm going to take it off. But today, we got a guest. Her name is Dynasty Brown. Super excited for this one right here. Let me show you something. Let me show you what we talking about today. Let me show you. All right. Let me share my screen real quick. Share my screen. All right. So today, let's see. We got Dynasty Brown. She's an author, online biz coach, social media strategist, mentor, and so much more. I probably definitely underwhelmed this for sure. I know I did for sure. But we're going to dive into that, and we can't wait to hear exactly what she's going to say. So here's what to expect during this. So what we're going to go over, making money online isn't the problem. Knowing where to start and trusting yourself to take the right step is. Okay, so most people get stuck. Information overload, second guessing their knowledge, rushing the process, creating unrealistic expectations. So, of course, that's why mindset comes first. So, what we're going to be talking about, we'll be breaking down the mindset shifts needed for trust, consistency, certainty, how long it really takes to learn your first sale and to keep momentum, the past, let's just make it from 0 to 100K plus, the biggest myths about posting, pricing, offer, creation. All right, so we're about to bring Dynasty on. Here we go. Let me take my little thing off, y'all. Hold on 1 second. Stop sharing that. We'll stop sharing this. And we're going to go. What's up? Great day. What's going on?
Hi, can you hear me?
Oh, man, girl, you sound crystal clear.
Okay, perfect. How are you?
Oh, man, it's great. Great to see you. I see you going over there, pearly
Thank
white.
you.
How you doing? And thank you so much for joining me and having this conversation with me, by the way.
Of course. I'm excited. I'm excited to get into it.
All right. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna get straight into it. So I want to know, who are you? What do you do?
Okay, so I am Dynasty Brown. I go by Coach by Dynasty. I founded Queendom Dynasty in 2015, which was at first basically an online community to teach young girls in college and high school how to start an e-commerce business. So from there, of course, we have grown to literally a little bit of everybody. Our Queendom community is over 30,000 now. And just in a nutshell, I teach people how to start their online businesses and how to grow them on social media.
Wow, that's very amazing. So my question is right here is, what's your why? Like, why do any of that?
So I actually started my entrepreneurship journey in college freshman year. Most people's story struggling in college, no job, no money. And I started an Instagram boutique, an Instagram business. I saw other girls doing it, so I did it. So my why is really showing other people it's possible. Like I don't come from much. A lot of people at that time, this was 2012, so long time
Oh
ago.
wow.
People didn't really know like you can actually start a business on social media. It could be 6, 7 figures. You can make money online and you can actually chase your dreams. You don't have to look for at everybody else. You can do it. And most people didn't even know where to start. So my why is just showing people that it's possible and they can do it.
Oh wow, that's thank you for sharing that. If you don't mind me asking, how old were you? You said
I was
2012.
18.
You was
Hmm.
18?
Yes, my freshman year of college.
Oh my gosh. Oh, and by the way, sorry, I do apologize, Dynasty, and everyone else that is watching. If I'm looking off, it's not because I'm not interested in what you're saying. I'm just trying to keep track of notes. I'm typing in
That's
notes. I have like
good.
two little phones. I'm trying to keep track of the lives. So if I'm cutting you off, Dynasty, I do apologize. I'm just a listener, learning
It's
today.
okay.
I'm just trying to keep up the engagement. Also, if anyone has questions, drop it in the chat. Donnie, it's cool with you asking these questions as we
Hmm.
go.
Yep.
All right. I'm going to be popping across there. So if you guys have questions, ask it. I'll pop your questions up on the thing. I'm not too sure to put that. Oh, this Facebook. Okay, on Facebook. So, all right, we're going to go ahead and dive straight into this. All right, Dynasty. So, and then this is just me being very transparent with you because
Hmm.
you're joining me here. I want to make sure that I challenge some of the things that you're saying too.
Okay.
That's cool.
Yeah, that's cool.
It's cool. All right, let me know if you like, hey, yo, Pete, hey, bro, you back. I'm like, okay, but I also want to make sure that it's a lot. We're in something called a trust recession, and so a
Okay,
lot of people, it's a lot of information out here.
it
There's a
is.
lot of people that are coaches and things like that. So I'm just doing that to show, like, hey, this is her beliefs. This is what's working for her, and some
Yeah,
people just entirely don't believe a lot of certain things are true. It
yeah,
might not be a target audience, but I just want to make sure everything is probably answered. That's cool with you?
yeah. That's cool.
All right. Hey, we got the consent, y'all. All right. So, all right. So, Donnie, so thank you for sharing it. So, I want to know what's been keeping you going, especially on the days you don't feel like it.
Who on the days I don't feel like it? I think one is just a bigger purpose because, like I said, my why was tied to helping other people. And then, even on a personal level, I have the oldest child syndrome, the first daughter syndrome. And so I've always been that ambitious person, like, okay, I got to set an example, like for my younger sisters. I have to show them, like, I have to set the stage, set the way. So that's really my purpose. And when I first got started, honestly, even now, when you're doing what you love and your purpose, it doesn't feel like a job. Like I'm helping people make money. That's fun. Like it's fun. I'm doing social media. That's fun. So that too, it doesn't really feel like a job. I have freedom. I make my own schedule. So it's not really a don't feel like it thing because honestly, I have the freedom to if I don't feel like doing something I technically don't have to, or I can schedule it later. So I don't really come across that as much.
Oh, nice. Okay. So, let's dive in a little bit more, so people know you that woman for real. So you talked about you have freedom. What kind of freedom you have so far doing what you do?
I would just say freedom overall, from the smallest point of being able to wake up when I want to wake up, right? Like I don't have to have an alarm clock if I don't want to. Being able to live where I want to live because when you work online, digital, all I need is some Wi-Fi, my phone, I'm good to go. Being able to travel is
Hmm.
freedom. So just having that free will and the choice of what you want to do and how you want your life to look.
Where all have you traveled so far? I love that response, by the way.
A lot of places. I think the last time I counted, it was almost 25. So
25
I've been
places?
to 25 countries. Yeah.
Ooh. Oh.
Yeah. So I love to travel. That's like my hobby. I don't really go out, I don't club, I don't do any of that, but I love to travel. So I've been a lot of places, a little bit of everywhere.
That's really great. Okay, dope. So what I'm hearing from this too is, especially from you, you focus a lot on mindset, right? Or no?
hmm hmm
All right. So how do you reset your mindset? Let's say to, okay, doing what you do, how are you constantly resetting your mindset?
And I love that you asked that because usually, like master classes wise, every class I teach, I like to start with mindset because I know you got to start there. Because moving forward, I could tell you literally everything to do X, Y, and Z. But if your mind is blocking it or you don't believe it, it's not going to happen for you. So I am a reader. I love to read. So like that's my main mindset shift. Every time I read a new book, I learn something new. I look at life new. I shift my mindset. I'm into like studying manifestation, so different YouTube channels, different documentaries, the law of attraction. But the main mindset shift for me, honestly, is reading.
Mm. Now, are there certain like books that you like? I can skip certain things on. Like, do you have a boundary when it comes to reading and consuming certain media's news, stuff like that?
Yeah, well, you're gonna if you're looking to expand your mindset, of course you're gonna be very intentional about that. Like yesterday, I just started Think and Grow Rich. I just read The Power of Now, things like that. So I'm intentional. So it's not really like a block. I know what I'm reading. But as far as too, that's a good thing with mindset. Even in my earlier days and even now I still practice it. I don't watch TV. So that was one thing I cut out. So like when you say like what you consume, I just don't watch it. And when I stopped, it just I don't know. I don't think about it. I don't crave it, anything like that. If I see people talking online like, oh, it's a good show on Netflix, I'll go, look at it, see if it's good. Like if I have free time, but I don't like just watch regular cable TV or anything like that. And yeah, you just gotta be very cautious. I say just like your physical diet, people want to eat right, exercise, X, Y, Z. You got to have a good mental diet as well. So you got to pay attention to what you're putting in your mind, in your body, what you're reading, what you're watching, what you're listening to. Even with my music, I stopped listening to very raw music. And I'm intentional about like the lyrics in certain songs. So I'm just very intentional about, again, that choice, that freedom. What do you want your life to look like?
I love that. Being careful of what you're consuming, very intentional about certain things. I look, and this might go over people's heads too. When you say you're careful about what kind of music you're listening to, that's very
Hmm.
important. And the fact you don't watch TV, I don't watch TV either. So that makes a lot of sense. So what do you say to someone that's like, I hear what you saying, Dynasty. Mindset don't matter. It's more about the strategy of things.
If that's the case, wouldn't everybody be rich? That's what I always say. Especially nowadays, we have the internet, you got YouTube University. It's so much you can learn for free outside of paying for a coach, a class, of course, going to college. So if all you needed was to learn a strategy, everybody would be rich because you could just follow the strategy. Everybody would just follow it. I think it's something else that has to be inside of you, your belief system that ties into the mindset that grants you to be successful.
Oh wow, I love that. Okay, so you talked about belief, your belief in your pretty much the system that's wrapped around your beliefs. How
Mm.
important is that, and does that actually determine wealth outside of just money? Does it determine universal wealth, your belief system?
One, I think so, 100%. And it's not, I don't think it's one set belief system because clearly, you have wealth that looks different for everybody. That first is, how do you define your success and your wealth? That looks different for everybody.
Uh-oh.
And then, it's different belief systems. But the point is, there is something, a higher power, or something you need to believe in order to get to the next step. Even people that don't believe in something, they probably deeply believe in their selves and their capabilities, but there has to be some form of belief. People that are just, they don't think anything can happen for them, they don't believe any, that's what's going to show up.
Mm. Ooh wee. Hey, and that was a gem. That was actually like a real gem. Because there's only two things that can really happen is doubt and belief, right? She
Yeah.
said.
It's like you can make a choice. Like, it's up to you what you want to do.
Okay, so this I'm glad that you brought this up. So all right, bet. So we're talking about the online space. We're gonna get into the nitty gritty with the online stuff.
Yeah.
Um, Here's something I really want to ask you here. So, what does it actually take to really make this a full time career? This is literally just open like that. I'm gonna hit you with that one.
Consistency. Consistency, an actual strategy. Because I'm not saying you don't need no strategy. You do need a strategy. You need a plan. Like, I like to use the analogy of the GPS. When you jump in the car, you do need to know where you're going. If you don't know where you're going, you're probably going to end up nowhere. So you need to know where you're going. You need a plan. You need a strategy. But the main difference I see is the consistency. Is the showing up every day. It's not the person who's smarter. Usually, sometimes it's not even the person who has the most money. This person looks better than you, X, Y, and Z. Who is showing up, getting in front of their people, and it's going to be consistent and do it every day. When I first started out, the first year, I was like, I'm posting 3 times a day every day. And I did that every day. I thought about it like eating breakfast, lunch, dinner. And I was like, okay, morning, afternoon, night, show up and post. So that consistency really does make the difference, I feel, in your income level, and just kind of get into that next step.
Mm, I actually love that. And then just in case someone probably missed it, this answers the posting question right here. People ask, I'm pretty sure you get this question a lot.
Yeah.
Donnie said, how many times should I be posting? So you said treat it like you're eating, pretty much.
Yeah, 3 times a day.
Now, okay, is there a certain type of way people should be posting if it's going to be 3 times a day?
That is totally, it determines on what you're doing, right? Like, what's your niche? What's your business? Or do you even have a business? Do you have a personal brand? So I think that is very much determined on like exactly what you're doing. One thing I love about the freedom of the online space and social media is it's not this one set way. Like before, years ago, corporate world, it was you show up to work this way, you interview this way. It's like in this box. We don't have that anymore. We have complete freedom, right? You can have very snobby, very professional, everything pinpointed, perfect creators. And then you have some people that just don't care. They just show up as them in their house. It's a mess. But it works. We have seen success both ways. But the common denominator is what? They're showing up. their consistency. So I don't think it's like what you post or how you post, because that's going to be different on you and your business and your brand. But make sure you're true to it. Make sure that it aligns with your target audience. You got to know what your people need and want to see, and then make sure you're consistent with it.
Oh, man, she dropping these. Hey, she's really dropping. You really dropping these gems. It could probably go over because it's so simple, right? And
Yeah.
that's the reason why I really wanted to reach out to you is because I know you know how to simplify things that could be quite challenging.
But sometimes that's people' biggest problem is that it's so simple. In this space of coaching going on now 10 years, typically
Oh,
people' biggest problem is it's so simple. They want a magic trick, they want a pill, they want to make it deeper. And it's like, but it's not.
are you serious?
But it's
So
not.
you saying it's not you don't need X amount strategy or tactic. I think too it's a difference. Let me shut up.
No,
What is
go
your
ahead.
thoughts? No,
Go
no, no, no,
ahead.
no. It's about you today. What is the difference? What is the difference between, I'm glad we're talking about this, a strategy and a tactic?
So I feel like a tactic is more personal, kind of to you, like your way of doing things, how you want to execute your project. And a strategy is more of a blueprint. So that's kind of like, how they say nothing's new under the sun. Your strategy is kind of picking up that blueprint of how do I get there. And the tactic is which way, like how it's going to be your way to get it done.
Mm, I love your I actually love that the way you broke it down. Okay. So since we're talking about strategy, tactics, you cool with we get into the actual gym, some action stuff. That's
Let's
cool.
get into
Oh,
it.
and by the way, if you want to shift some things yourself, feel free to do that. All right.
Okay.
So the way I would kind of want to track this, with your permission, I'm say
Mhm.
asking people permission. I want to start maybe in the beginner, let's say infant, and move our
Okay.
way to scaling.
Okay.
That's cool.
Let's go.
She said, "Oh, I see you." And hey, I might be fighting back sometimes, so I'm gonna be challenging some of your things. So let's get
Okay.
into it. All
Okay.
right. Oh man, I got to stretch my neck because I'm trying to. I'm vibing off of you and what you're saying. So I'm just taking a little bit of notes here and just feeding off of you. All right.
Mhm.
So 0 to 10K. We're gonna
Mhm.
straight dive into 0 to 10K.
Mhm.
So I'll keep it open. I'll keep it broad. What's the very first thing someone should do to? We're not gonna go baby like that. Okay. How long should? Okay. What's the very first thing someone should do, and how long should they expect their first online sale to be? Just keep. You don't have to be like super specific, but
Mm.
keep it a little bit broad. We could do that.
So again, I'm glad we talked about tactics and strategies, because your strategy and then your tactic, the way you go about it, is really going to be the difference. So example, in this online space, me launching my coaching business, I launched my coaching business with a very well-known influencer. It's kind of like what I want to say, like jumping steps. You're kind of skipping the grind mode, because I didn't have the audience. I didn't have a large following. I didn't have the people. So collaborate with someone who does. And they have the people. I know that I have what the people need. I was clear on my, right, clock it. I was clear on my
That what
target
that mean?
audience. But they didn't know me yet. So get in front of people that know you, and that kind of skips the step. Because my first launch, per se, my first day launching, I did get sales. Also, another strategy, if you're in the online space, like sales funnels. Typically, if you do something free first, more people show up, and then you can funnel them to the paid. So I always do that as well. I always give them like a little taste, a little freebie. I did a free webinar, went to a paid class. So that is going to jump your success a little bit faster than someone that may not have that connection, may not have an audience, and they're just starting from scratch. The blessing is, though, we do have social media, right? And so it's billions of people on here. That one day timing, God, whatever you want to call it, you could go viral. You never know. Or it could take 90 days. Don't compare your journey. Everybody's journey is different, because some people do have a fast success, and then they also have a fast burnout, and they're kind of over it. First, if you have that slow burn, you can last a little bit longer. And then I will say, like, really, when I saw like that 0 to 10K, like my first 10K month, it was a January. It was mindset, honestly. I read the book Gosh, it's by T. Harv Eker. I think it's called Millionaire Mindset or The Millionaire Mindset. But that really broke things down to me. And that's why I say your mindset is going to be everything. Because once I read that book, it really taught me that what was possible. It shifted my mindset that $10,000 wasn't even a lot of money. And it talks about like growing up, all these negative things that you hear. Money don't grow on trees. Money is the root of all evil. Like those are subconsciously in your mind. If you think money is evil, how are you going to attract more of it? Why would something come to you that you think is bad? So I had to rework my mind, and that's when, like, honestly, it would be days I would just wake up like, let's do a sale, let's make $20,000 today, and it would happen. Like it really felt like magic. So the strategy, I feel like it's a good one, like knowing a good social media marketing strategy, and then your mindset is gonna be that hump for you.
Hey, y'all heard it from her first. Mindset over everything. Mindset beats strategy. She even
Yeah.
said that consistency triumphs everything. I really want to yeah, I want to talk about a little bit about consistency too.
Okay.
Yeah. Because okay, yeah, let's talk about consistency. So, what is actually consistency? What does that actually look like? Is consistency okay? 3 times a day, maintaining that? Can you do? Is it 1 time a week? So, what is actual consistency?
Your consistency is basically your commitment to your plan. So I gave myself 3 times a day. I felt like that's what worked best. Also, it's different for different platforms. I know some people YouTube, they just say once a week or even every other week, but it's about being committed to the plan because I think energetically that puts out, it's kind of like an agreement with God. Like, okay, I'm doing my part, I'm doing my work. You'll come through and do your work for me. So whatever plan you make, stick to the plan, be committed to that plan and show up and do it every day or every week, whatever it is. And that's your consistency.
Ooh, hey, you straight, man. I need to get you. I'm got you a veteran. You know how to like say things in like a compressed way where it's like maximum value. So that's really cool. Okay. Now, going back to let's say just starting, we talked about lead magnets, collaborations. You talked about webinars. Okay.
Mhm.
What does a great lead magnet look like and a great collaboration?
Okay. So I'm gonna be honest. All these like big fancy words and stuff when I got started, I did not know. I didn't know what a webinar was. I didn't know what a lead magnet was. I just thank God for my brain. I was like, listen, I know that I want to teach again young girls how to start a business. I didn't want to do it locally because we can get all into that, but you know, people that may know you in local, yeah. And I'm like, I have the internet, so cool. So I literally went in Google and I was like, how to do an online class. I just got lucky. Google come up. My first thing that I bought was Webinar Jam. I did their free trial
Oh,
actually.
really?
Yeah, so I got lucky with a really good software. I've never switched from it. I've seen other things. I don't like it. So when I learned about Webinar Jam, and then even too, like just my common sense was this: if I put $100 class in front of you, you don't know me. So why would you just give me $100? But if I say, hey, you guys, come show up, it's free and I can sell what I want to sell at the end after you spend time with me, you know, build that like, trust, and know. And then also again collaborating. I'm gonna collaborate with somebody you guys already know. You're already a fan of this person. Y'all don't know me, but y'all know her, and then likeliness, you know, you attach to people. So I just that was just my mindset. I didn't have this technical, oh, I need a lead I didn't know what a lead magnet was. Maybe until 2018. Like I came across Russell Bronson. I was already doing 250,000 a year before I knew what ClickFunnels was. I don't think I signed up for ClickFunnels till like 2018. I didn't know what those
What?
things was. For me, it was just common sense. I can get more people in the room if I do free. I could sell them at the end, and then I didn't want to do anything in person. So online, it was like seminar. I was like, oh, a webinar. I didn't know what that word was, but I Googled it. So it was just like my creative juices flowing. And then again, do your research to plug in the pieces and stay a student. And that too, I just kept learning. I came across other coaches. I was like, oh, wow, this is a whole industry. Like, at first I didn't even start this as a business. It was like a passion project. I wanted to help people. But when I saw like how they would sign up for the classes, or my first webinar is still here on YouTube, my very first webinar. So you can literally see what I'm talking about. It is still here on YouTube with Jada Wada. It's called Young Boss Bootcamp. And I did that webinar and went about my business. But people kept seeing it on YouTube, the replay. And they're like, I will pay you. Can I do a one-on-one? Can you be my coach? So then it started clicking to me like, oh, this is a real business. So I just kept going and start again, commit. You got to commit to it. You got to stay consistent and then build up your strategy and what your plan is going to be and just stick to it.
What I love about that story is you really talked about how you weren't non-technical. I
Mm-hmm.
see a lot of
Yeah.
people, including myself too, at times, that be like, okay, well, like what is that saying? You don't know what you don't know.
Yeah.
Or okay, I'm not qualified enough to et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So I'm gonna touch on
Yeah.
two topics here. So I love how you were able to do this without knowing the actual terminologies. But what I really want to highlight that is that you understood a customer journey or like a
Mm-hmm.
funnel,
Mm-hmm.
right? And then the basic one, because that was your strategy. You was like, okay, bet I like the free thing. I'm taking from here to there to there. So
Mm-hmm.
like, okay, when it comes to that funnel, oh, we got Papa Turk, Christian, Rasta Lee, everybody in here. If you got questions, let me know. So when it came to that funnel, was it the fact that you read Millionaire Mindset to help you understand the funnel, or what gave you the conviction to know, okay, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna stick with that, and I'm gonna run with that? And then from that point, I want to talk about how you were, because I didn't touch on it, but how you were
Mm-hmm.
teaching young girls and the fact that you was author and you was traveling doing that. I think in your early year, correct?
Yes. Yes.
I
Yes.
want to
Yes.
touch on that right
Okay.
after.
Okay.
So let's talk about the non-technical side, because I feel like people need to know at least a funnel, like the customer journey. So what
Mm-hmm.
made you know this is like the way I want to do it? And
Mm-hmm.
what gave you the conviction to actually stick with that for a minute?
Like I said, the knowing how I wanted to do it was just kind of like my creative mind, like how I want to do this. And then I went and research. So Google, YouTube, just how to do it. Then I think also seeing others because I remember back then, like Ty Lopez would always have YouTube ads, or you'll see everybody be like, "Come to my free class," come, and I was like, "Okay, I guess this is how they're selling it." So again, I didn't know the names. I didn't know things, but I knew I need a website, quote unquote. Now I would probably know that's a landing page. I knew that I needed to collect emails. Now I know that's a pop-up. Like you need your email pop-up. Like I knew I needed to remind them. Some things is just like, okay, this is what I have to do for a business. Now, also to be very transparent, before my coach's business, right? I sold hair. Remember I told you when I was 18 in college, I had a little Instagram boutique. I was selling hair. So that also was just trial and error. Very much trial and error. I started on Instagram. First, I was like, okay, PayPal, just send me some money. Then people was like, you need a website. I was like, okay. So I'm just, if I see it and I want to do it, I'm going to go research it and figure it out. And I go along the way. Some people get stuck because they think they don't know everything. A Ty Lopez didn't intimidate me like, oh, I'm not on his level. I don't have the Lamborghini. My funnel, I didn't even know it was a funnel, but doesn't look like this. So I can't do this. I don't know this stuff. No, I'm going to meet my people where they're at. They're going to meet me where I'm at, and we can grow together. So I think people got to understand that. And people like you and trust your brand a little bit more when they are there from the start and they see your growth. Like they really admire that. So don't like beat yourself up if you don't know everything. Just be open to learning it.
Oh, we okay. Here's what we're gonna go from here. Taking action. What I loved
Yeah.
about what you said was I researched, it sounded like you did enough, but
Hmm.
what gave you that moment was like, okay, I'm gonna go ahead and take action. And how fast, so it's two part. What
Hmm.
gave you the conviction, the courage to go ahead and take action? And what does that timeline look like for Dynasty? Like, what is that?
Dynasty is insane. I don't give myself a lot of time. I just don't feel like you need it. And then like why take action? Do you want it? Like I wanted a better life. I knew that. I wanted to be successful. My first goal is I wanted to make six figures. Um I was getting ready to graduate college. I didn't know where I was gonna live, where I was gonna stay. I didn't know anything. Like I wanted better. So even when people do you really want, because if you really want it, you're gonna do something about it. Period, point blank. The action is there. So I'm gonna stay up all night. I'm gonna research. My research doesn't just compose of watching 100 of videos or tutorials, signing up for this class, that class. I'm gonna do what they're teaching me, at least try it. And then you just go for it. So even like my timeline with my first webinar, I think, gosh, I'm trying to think. It maybe was like a month and a half, 2 months from start to finish.
Oh, wow.
And I feel like that even was just because the person I wanted to collaborate with, I had to wait on her to get back to me, negotiate everything. And then she stayed in a different state. So I also had to travel to her. But let's say it was somebody like locally in my town, it probably would have been 2 weeks. Like if I have an idea, I execute on it.
I love what you said. Let's touch on you on that first moment, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I want to provide like a little backstory with it.
Mm-hmm.
So were you confident enough to, I guess, were you, it was teaching, right? You were teaching something?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
What was that thing when you
I
first
had to
started?
start an online business. And that's because I had already prior for 3 years had success with my online hair company.
Okay, can we dive in a little bit about that before we go
Yeah.
to that story?
Yeah,
So,
yeah,
okay,
yeah.
what did that look like? This online hair company?
Just kind of like the average Instagram boutique, like you see the girls selling makeup or jewelry or fashion. That's really what it looked like. It was simple. It was. I remember I even just had a big cartel. I don't even think people have those type of websites anymore. Um, Connected a PayPal to it, and then I just showed up on Instagram again. Consistency, posting the bundles, showing, doing hair. Different stylists doing different hairstyles. My sister does hair, so that helped me
Oh,
a little bit more too. And I just kept showing up and then seeing other people. There was already, like, at that time, people got started the Instagram boutique thing. So I would see, okay, they're running sales. Okay, cool. They're sending their hair to this person to promote. Let me see, can I do that too? So just kind of following the blueprint. And I always tell people, you have a hustle, you have a job, you have a career. Three different things. Selling hair was a hustle. I just needed money. I didn't care about it. I didn't like it. I did it. I just needed some money, and it brought money while I was in college to support myself.
mm,
So when I got not burnt out of it, I'm just a person of, that's one thing about me. Like if I'm not purpose about something, I don't really like it. You can't really force me to do it. I can't force myself to do it. So I stopped selling hair, which people thought was crazy because I made six figures in that. And people thought that was crazy, but I was like, I don't like hair. This was just for college. So my senior year is when I launched a coaching business because I'm like, I know I'm about to graduate. I have to have a good life again. I was like adamant. And I'm like, I got to do something I'm passionate about, and helping people and just showing them, like, yo, it's possible. Like, it's possible. Like, I come from a very small town, Sarasota, Florida, and some people just live the same way that their mother lived, their grandmother lived. They don't do anything different. So I just have a passion to show people you can do it. Like, it's not so far away from you. Like, this stuff is possible. Social media make it easier, and that's kind of how I transitioned. I just went from, okay, that was for money, that was just a hustle. I want to do something I'm actually passionate about now.
oh, okay. I love that story, by the way. So
Yeah.
from that point, you was like, all right, cool. I'm gonna go ahead and get into coaching and showing young girls. What was the age range for this one?
When I started, it was for high school and college. So let's say 16 to like 22. My youngest girl I've like coached maybe like 14, 13. Like her mom signed her up.
Oh, wow.
Maybe even a little bit younger than that, but I know like actually like a sustainable business she launched 13 or 14. So that's, at
Dang.
first it was for high school and college because of course that's like my story where I started in college. So that's who it was for.
Okay, and then so from there, you you said you didn't do local. I know a little bit about about the
Yeah,
story, but
yeah.
I'm coming like I don't know.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So from there, you said you
I
drove
didn't want to
you
do it in person. I didn't want to do it in person class
okay, and why is that?
because I feel like people that know you, it's a little harder. Just honestly, like I hear the complaints all the time, like, oh, people don't support me where I'm from, da 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 da. Or sometimes they just may not be your target audience. They may not be into what you're trying to preach at that time. I feel like they make you work a little harder to show them. And I'm not one to like overly prove myself to nobody.
Hmm.
So why would I spend my time and energy trying to convince you of my greatness where there's millions of people in the world? And I just believe in attracting your tribe. If your tribe is at home and you do good there, great. I can't say whether I would or wouldn't because it just never been my plan. Because again, we got social media right at our fingertips. I got billions of people I can access right here. Why do I care
Oh,
about the hundreds of thousands in my local town? I just don't care about it.
so I love that perspective because I wanted to ask that because so it can open people up because like you
Yeah.
did say, um, Some people are just stuck because of who they're around.
Yeah,
uh, and that could be keeping a lot of people stuck. And it's
yeah.
giving yourself, what I got from what you just said, is giving yourself permission to be great and
Yeah.
to take those steps. So that's why I love what you said. So
I
you
love
took,
how you said the people you're around because that may be also a contributing factor to success. Well, I know it is
Mhm.
because my best friend was working on launching her business too. And, having somebody you can sit and bounce ideas off of. I remember we went to a seminar with Eric Thomas. He came to our college. That was life changing.
Mm. Oh,
So having like a team partner or just somebody that don't think you're crazy or delusional and pushing you, even if they don't know how to push you. Because I'll even say, like, my mom just saying, okay, great. Like, after college, I moved back home. I didn't have a job. I was like, I'm never going to work a corporate job. I'm going to start this business. She didn't know
mhm.
what this was or anything, but she didn't. Like, she didn't beat down on me. She never talked negative to me. She didn't say,
Wow, that's
oh, you need to
wonderful.
get up and go to work. Like, I appreciate her for just having that space for me to go after what I wanted. So the people around you does matter.
Okay, since we're talking about people, and then
Mhm.
we're gonna like summarize that 0 to 10K, because you pretty much just told the thing, but we're gonna make it very clear.
Okay.
Just to talk about people, this is something, yeah, this is something that I think we should discuss about. So I guess business besties. How do you
Yeah.
differentiate someone that is a business bestie and someone that could be more of a student? If you kind of get what I'm putting down right now.
Mm. I
You kind
think
of get what I'm
it's
trying to say?
simple. Yeah, and I feel like it's simple. Is that person, are you learning from them or just teaching them? If it's a one-way street in the relationship, whatever, and that's anything, mentorship, business, relationship, if only one person is giving and the other is just taking, that's not it got to be two collaborations. So both people have to be giving into it.
Okay. That was a great answer.
Yeah,
Okay,
and just
so
being honest, like, can I learn something from you? So everybody, like, just do that person has what you need, and then also be of service to them. Don't just be a taker. Like, be of service to people.
I love that, be of service. You read the book called The Go Giver?
No, you have
Check
to
that
send
out.
it to me. Yeah.
Yeah, I got the little book hookup, y'all. I ain't gonna tell my sauce. But she talked about being of service. That's one of the five, what do they call it? Stratosphere successes, being of
Yeah.
service. So
Yeah.
giving, and there's five different laws to it. It's not about me, it's
Yeah.
about dynasty. Okay, so just to wrap up this thing, and we're gonna talk about how to get to 10K. Talk to me about branding. What is a good brand? Because I feel like we have to talk about
Mm.
that in order to get.
Branding is your representation. That is what people is going to see first. And of course, like, we can get into like brand psychology and everything, but it's little subtle things that we may not know, even just the color of stuff, that our brain, like, the psychology of the color wheel, our brain is going to connect it to certain emotions, certain feelings, which leads to certain actions. So when it comes to your brain, you really need to sit down and say, psychology wise, what do I need to communicate? When people look at my business, my company, what do they need to feel? What are their subconscious thinking? How is this going to lead them to take actions? So I always like to say it's kind of like your representative, like your rep, like, my rep in these streets. But what are people thinking? Even if they don't know you, when they just come, like, what are they thinking? And it needs to be consistent across the board. It needs to be very, very consistent. Um, just across the board, and you just build upon that. I heard somebody just give the example of Alex Hormozy, he just did this big launch, and they were talking about, even though each launch that he has done so far, all the three books, they are different colors, and then he pushes that to the max, the whole launch, but it's the same style, the same fonts, the same style, the same structure, because that repetitiveness. Now, even if I didn't know about the launch, which honestly I didn't, I've had a lot going on, I didn't even know, but when the book show up, even without Alex talking, being on there, I know who that is. I know who
Mm,
that is. I know who that brand represents, your rep. And I already kind of subconsciously know in the back of my mind, I don't even got to read the title. Okay, this is going to be about how to make me some money, $100 million, some business, without Alex picture, face, anything, because his brand is so strong. We already know who and what it is. McDonald's, you don't even need the building. If you see the clown, if you see the big red sign, like, You know who it is. Nike, you see that orange box. We don't even have to turn it around to the check. You know who it is. So that's your brand. It's your rep.
I love that. Okay, and the last thing that people got to know. So far we got brand.
Hmm.
When Dynasty talked about brand, this is your values, your brand voice,
Yeah.
uh, understanding people, pretty much knowing your audience, being consistent. All right, and then the last thing is will be an offer because you can't
Hmm.
get to 10K if you ain't got an offer.
Yeah.
So how do people that feel okay? I'm backtrack. 1 second. Backtrack. Hold on. Backtrack. Um, offers. Okay, we're on the online space right now. Okay, how can I come up with a online digital offer
Hmm.
if I think I don't have any? What should we say? I don't know what I should sell. How about
You
that?
don't know what you should sell.
I don't know what I should sell.
Well,
What do you
this
got?
is a good time right now. You guys are lucky from when I got started. Now we're living in a day and age you can sell other people's products. They have the reseller rights, the MRM, like, and it's so big, the PLR. With me, you, I dare you to try to sell someone stuff. They were literally suing you. Like everything was copyrighted. You couldn't steal anybody course material. That wasn't a thing. When I got started, everything you had to really have it up here, you know? So now you can sell other people digital products, online things, even per se with physical products. We have drop shipping. You don't even have to create and ship your own products anymore. So the digital space has opened up so broad that it gives you a lot of options. Just figure out what you are in alignment with, what you actually have an interest with, and then you got to commit to showing up every day to sell it.
Oh, hey, she breaking it down. And by the way, I'm not too sure if y'all know. Actually, they probably don't know. Anybody that's watching this, Dynasty also has her own app, and I think one of the current
Oh,
offers and things she's teaching is AI. Can you talk about a little bit about
yeah.
AI?
Yes, so of course AI is here. It's not going anywhere. So it's one of those things like if you don't learn it and contribute it into your business some way, shape, or form, you will be kind of left behind. Naturally, it's going to be in your business because you put up a website. Shopify uses AI now. You're on social media, all that uses AI now. So you're already using it. So I feel like be intentional about it. For my clientele, they are more focused on content because we hear, faceless got so big and people want to find ways to promote their business without having to be an influencer. I feel they don't want to be a full-time influencer and have to show up and do all the things. They just want to be able to promote their products, and AI allows you to do that because you can make AI content now, digital content, from your computer, from
Oh, oh, Dynasty gone. Oh, where'd she go? So we're gonna wait on Dynasty to come back, y'all. Hopefully, Dynasty pop back up. She was talking about AI. She out of here. If she's seeing this, you gotta use the link to get back in. So far, I'm gonna try to hold it down, break down what she was saying, and let me also send a message. So far to get to the 10K in the digital space, let me go back to the notes, y'all. We're gonna go back to the notes. Branding, understanding your branding, right? So uh your colors, logos, they're just part of it. Understanding your message, having your customer avatar. This is pretty much just knowing your audience and knowing how to speak to them. That's in your really the whole brand. From that point, Dynasty also talked about one of the major keys is just being consistent. Oh Lord. Okay, y'all. She said the laptop. Let's see. Can you join with phone? So she talked about also being consistent. Okay. Also talked about being consistent. So consistency looks different for everyone, but it's just more of consistency with being committed to your plan, right? Don't compare your journey to anyone else's journey. She said really consistency is the most powerful thing. So when it comes to posting, we also talked about just treating it like that. how you eat. So let's say if there's breakfast, lunch, and dinner, then you're posting like that: breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and being consistent with that. Okay. Let's say if you're a person that's also getting onto the online product space, but you don't know exactly what your offer should be. Dynasty also mentioned that you can use other people's offers. And that looks like, she said, MRR. So, what is MRR? MRR stands for Master Resale Rights. Pretty much what that is that you have the rights to resell. Um, I'm trying to really think. I'm trying to really think what it amounts. Oh, you have the rights or the license to resell whatever that product is. She also mentioned PLR, which is private label rights. So private label. I'm trying to get. It's either private label rights or master resale rights. I'm not too certain, but one allows you just to resell the product that's already done, and then the other one allows you to customize it in with your branding. Okay, 1 second, y'all. Hey, she back in here. Okay, and then the
I'm
last
back.
step. Yeah. Oh man, what happened to you? Where you go?
Sorry about that, guys. My laptop went out.
Oh man, look. See, hey, the universe. They ain't trying to let her tell y'all the sauce, man. They ain't trying
But
to tell you.
that's also a lesson with technical business. You're gonna have tech problems.
Oh, break it down.
Yeah, I remember one time my largest webinar. This was literally my largest webinar. I had promotion on the shade room and everything. Get ready to start the webinar, and my camera went black on my laptop.
Are you serious? You said a webinar, so
Yes,
that's a live webinar.
yes, it was live.
Oh
I
my
remember I had to
gosh.
take my laptop to Apple. They kept it for like 2 weeks. It was crazy. So yeah, you're gonna have tech issues. You just gotta work through them. So we're back.
Oh, we ain't finna skip over that webinar. How did you overcome that?
Huh?
How'd you overcome that? So this, so with a webinar, just in case someone doesn't
I
know. Yep.
rescheduled it. I rescheduled it. But looking
Oh,
back,
oh,
I feel like I should have just did it with no camera on. I could have put up my slides, but I think
really?
it was just so in the moment, and of course I probably panicked. And I was like, guys, I can't get the camera to work. We're just gonna reschedule. So I did reschedule, and they showed up. Great. Probably the not the same numbers, but it was okay. It was okay. It was still good. It was really good. That was actually one of my highest paying months.
Oh,
With the
wow.
class, I made like $50,000 from that master class.
Really?
In
Just
like
for
2 months,
clarity,
like $50,000.
that is, first of all, that is, congratulations. That is really
Thank
amazing.
you.
And just for clarity, was a webinar, because some people have paid webinars, some people do free. Was this one free
Oh,
or
it was a
paid?
free webinar.
And then,
I
oh,
sold
you,
a master class at the end.
okay, so those are like your ascension joint that you had going on. So free webinar, and then
Mm-hmm.
you did an offer, da.
Yeah.
Okay. And what I was explaining was pretty much your roadmap from 0 to 10K. So brand, pretty much just logos, colors, but really knowing your audience, having the right message, consistency, and then if you don't have products, affiliate, MRR, PLR, perhaps AI. Would you say,
Yes.
is that a good roadmap to 0 to 10K right there, or is there some things that?
I think a big thing that's missing is your price. Like, what are you selling and for how much? So that was one of the big things when I was on my road to like 10K months was my price. I would like you can't be afraid of numbers in business. A lot of people are afraid to even look at their account. They're afraid to ask for the sale. You can't be afraid of money and want money. And so whatever you're selling, know what it is. And then give yourself a goal. You probably have heard, 6 figures is $274 a day. I would always round that up to just say 300. And so I know I need to make $300 a day. Whatever it is that you do, if you have $100 product, you need 3 sales a day. And every day, that's what you need to wake up and focus on. Don't focus on nothing else. Don't focus on the big number of 100,000 or 200,000. All you need to focus on is I need to make $300 a day. That will give you $10,000 a month. If you do that every month, at the end of the day, you'll get there. So know your profit margin, how much it is, whatever you're selling, and then calculate that into daily goals and just focus on your goal every day.
So she broke down the pricing, y'all. So pretty much whatever your goal is, break it down, and then pretty much go from there, right? Don't be
Yeah.
afraid of the
Work
numbers.
backwards. That's what they call it, working backwards. Know what your goal is, break it down to
Mm.
monthly, weekly, daily sales, and then you have a focus area every day of how much you need to make.
Woo wee! And so, is it any more when it comes to pricing than that? Like, how do we know? Oh, okay. What about the people's like, is this too less? Is this too more? I mean, is this too much? What was I saying?
You gotta one have confidence and trust yourself. And I'm gonna say this when you say, is it too much or is it too less? This might be controversial, but it's real. L- Don't be afraid to up your price because genuinely, usually, when you up your price, you up your clientele. It always works out that way. You also have better quality clients. It always works out that way. If I look back over the 10 years, the people that gave me the most headache was either getting something for free, which I don't even understand, or like a $7 ebook. My clients that has paid 5,000 a month, 10,000 for coaching, things like that, never had not one issue. So don't be afraid to go up on the price because usually the experience and just the quality of clientele goes up as well.
Okay, okay. So don't be afraid to go up on the price. Higher price
Hmm.
gives you better quality clients.
Hmm.
Okay.
Hmm.
To piggyback off of that, what about the people that saying, "Oh, well, I'm charging 1,000, and I'm not getting any clients," or "I'm
You
charging
need,
five," or
that's your
whatever.
marketing strategy and your target audience. Like, are you clear on your target audience? If you're charging $1,000 and let's say you're marketing to business owners or whoever it may be, you have to market to, I wouldn't start like $1,000 product for beginners. That's just personally me. They're just beginning. It's other ways they can spend that money. This for me, $1,000 is up is somebody that's already making some type of money in their business that they have it to invest in $1,000 product or coaching.
I love that, and this actually leads into. I know I'm trying to keep the time condensed. I know you a busy woman, right? So this actually leads into offer creation and then solving bigger problems because that's ultimately
Yeah.
what it comes down to. So, what are your thoughts on that? Offer creation and launches, and then how do you know how to solve bigger problems so that you can charge premium prices?
Yeah, I love that you said that because, of course, bigger problems, bigger prices. I do think it does need to connect with the value that you're providing to your client. That needs to match up with your pricing. And then a big one that's, again, so simple. It's simple, but people miss it. Listen to your audience because your audience will tell you their problems, right? Whether that's directly or indirectly. Indirectly could be going to your top competition and reading through reviews. What don't they like? What do people keep complaining about? What are their issues? What are they getting stuck on? Directly, if you already have a customer base, talking to your customers. My business flows because I listen, I ask for feedback, and I just do what my customers tell me. When you get out of your own way and stop making it about you and what you want to do and what you think is best, and you actually listen to your target audience, you will never run out of money because people always have a problem, and then you just need to figure out a solution to their problem.
I love that,
People
and
always need help with something, you know? And if you're listening to them, you'll be able to create from that.
that creation in the marketing world, whatever you want to call it, would just be offers. So excuse me guys, so
Mhm.
if I'm saying offers, that's what that is. It's just creation, or you can say
Mhm.
bundling or unbundling your current skill sets or something like that, or pretty much the transformation that you provide. So I love how, what is your definition of an offer, Dynasty?
Your offer is, like I said, the solution to their problem. Your offer is the solution to people's problem. That is entrepreneurship in a bottle. And once you figure that out, you're good to go.
I love that. Now, one thing I really like about what you do is that you're always creating offers, right? It's I
Yeah.
compared to let someone that has maybe one offer and they just sitting on
Yeah.
it. So why do you create so many offers?
That may be one of my downfalls if I'm being transparent. It's like a good and bad thing, I feel. Because I admire people that like have had the same offer for like 5, 7 years and they just run it. So to answer your question, why do I create so many offers? Because I get bored, just to be so honest. I'm a creative. I love to create. I get bored. I hate talking about the same thing. I'm like on to the next, right? Like, okay, boom, did there, done that. Let's create something new. I love creating. So whether that's writing a book, designing the cover, teaching a class, designing my slides, I love the creative process of it. And then maybe it's also my target audience because I started, like I said, high school and college. It has grown to a little bit of everybody, even men now. Sitting here with you, I started teaching just women. And so with that growth, again, listening to what your audience need, I'm just that person. Like if they say, "Hey, we need this," I go create it. I create the offer per se of what you're saying. So yeah, I think it's just my personality.
I love that. Okay, y'all. So pretty much you have the fundamentals to get to 10K offers, right? Pricing. Pretty much. So walk us through. So that what are the fundamentals to get to straight to 10K?
Well, first your mindset. I definitely recommend reading The Millionaire Mindset by T. Harv Eker. That book changed my mind.
The
That's
homework,
when I
y'all.
really felt like, yeah, I really felt like that's when I tapped in of like, I didn't sound so delusional when I said I was gonna make something. I actually started making it.
Mm,
And I'm gonna break it down to this because I call it the three C's, but it'll tie everything together. And I teach this in my webinar a lot. And the three C's is consistency, collaborate, creative. So consistency, we talked about this earlier. You got to show up. You can't say you want something and you're not showing up to go and get it. Also, people trust you more when you're constantly showing up. They're more familiar with you. You're at the top of their mind. Even if they don't want something today, your offer per se, they may not need it now. You don't know a year, 2, 3 years from. I've had people that come 8 years, like I've been following you, I'm ready to get started now. So you have to continue to show up because you never know who needs what you're offering. So that consistency is great. Collaboration, again, you get further with people than by yourself. So if
mhm.
somebody has what you need in whatever aspect that is, for me, I needed an audience. I needed the people. And so I'm going to collaborate with people that have a large audience that is my target audience so that I can funnel them through my offer. So your mindset, of course, consistency, collaborate, and lastly, creative. You do have the freedom. You're not in a box. It's not one way to do things. So get creative and be authentic. I think being authentic with your creativity. I never wanted to be like anybody else. I never came on here like anybody else. And so being creative and authentic, if you have those components right there and then your daily goals with your pricing, you are good to go if you just keep showing up and doing it.
I love that. And then this is something important. I thought collaborate don't always mean that it's free. We didn't touch on your story,
Oh,
but
I want to be clear about that with collaboration. When like even I said the influencers, yeah, I paid them. When I needed their audience, I paid them. So I always say in life, nothing's free. You're gonna give your time or your money. Pick which one you want. So if you spend time building relationships with people so they'll collaborate with you quote unquote for free, but you've poured your time into them, great. Or if you've paid for something, you spend your money. But yeah, collaborating isn't free. And I don't think you should have the mindset of like someone even giving you something for free.
okay, I'm about to challenge you now. Well,
Hmm.
Dynasty, if nothing really is free, I know you just said the thing, but I'm just
Yeah,
bear with me right here, okay? All right. Then why are you doing free webinars?
because
Why
I
give
have a
free
paid
money?
offer. So two things here. A, I'm doing free webinars because I have a paid offer at the end. So that's one thing. Two, there is some type of exchange in that. The most valuable asset you have in your business is data. Free webinars, the big portion that you're really getting that transaction or give and take with, or anything you do, a free anything. Even when people give you discount codes, when you go on certain websites that pop up, they're getting your data, your name, your email, your phone number, sometimes your address. They're getting data. And that data goes back to, like I just said, if you're not ready to pay on day one, day two, day three, year one, year two, year three, I can still show up, my consistency, market to you every day, get in front of you every day, push my offer every day if I choose, because now I have your data. So again, nothing is free. When you sign up for these things, they are collecting your data. Social media isn't there. How is the social media text billionaires? They sell our data. They don't need you to pay to subscribe to Facebook.
Exactly.
I can just go sell your data, and now I'm a billionaire. So data is a very high currency. I would say probably the highest currency of our digital age. And
Mm.
so yeah, it's not free.
And then I also
Nothing's
love
free.
how you addressed time and money. I love how you
Yeah.
address that because that's also, if they're spending their time with you, it's also a commitment. So you got
Yep.
the data, and then you have them investing their time with you, which is more valuable than the
Yep.
money, right?
Yep.
Oh,
Yep.
we. So y'all, that's honestly that's really 0 to 50K. I would probably say, right?
Yeah. You can scale it
Depending
to
if you.
50.
So now we're going to talk about scaling. Cause I'm trying to keep it short. All right,
Okay.
10. I mean, unless you got time. Be like, all right, I got a little time, but I want to make
I
sure I
got
respect
about
that.
30 minutes left.
All right, y'all. We got 30. So if you got questions, drop the questions. If you're in here, if you're even seeing it. But all right, now let's go from 10K to 50K. What is the next
Okay.
step someone needs to go to do that?
10K to 50K. And I'm really thinking of my journey. Like I said, that biggest webinar I did when I hit 50K. Now your advertising dollars, ads, your promotional and advertising dollars. So starting off, typically it's just going to be you. You're going to be showing up. You're going to be putting in the legwork and the muscle, right? It's a one man show. Now you kind of have to let your money work for you and think about it like a machine per se. So when I went from the 10 to the 50, I started doing ads. So my main ads I would do was shade room ads. I also was doing Facebook ads and a little bit of Instagram ads here and there. But those ads really like upped it because now it broadens your audience. Now you're getting access to so many different people, right? If you have the right strategy, you have something to either sell them or somewhere to send them. For me, I was still doing my webinars. And so those advertising dollars was the key to me scaling up from the 10 to 50K.
I love that. So pretty much what you're saying is now you're starting to develop systems, right? So
Mm-hmm.
she's not only okay. So in the beginning, from 0 to 10K, sounds like you were doing more
Mm-hmm.
organic. You were lever so
Yeah.
organic
Yeah.
collaborations. You're leveraging here.
Yeah.
From 10 to
Yeah.
50K, okay, cool. Well, how can we get pretty much traffic? How can we get more traffic? How can we get more eyeballs on our offer? So now you're
Yeah.
leveraging ads,
Yeah.
collaborations, more
Yeah,
so more
putting more
paid. So
money
all
in your business.
right, putting
Everybody
more.
talks about making the money, but you have to spend it too. And the more you spend, the more you make, honestly. In business, those you're spending a lot on ads, you're gonna be making more.
Okay, love that. So it's really, I mean, it's really not really much. Okay, from there, now let's go 50, 100K plus. What does
Hmm.
that look like? What does it take to get to that point online?
Again, continue to show up is consistency, because some people, they get that little, a little bit, and they get comfortable. You cannot get comfortable. You got to stay consistent. You got to stay showing up. You got to just stay that person. But also, another big piece of it is retention. Retention is going to be a very good income driver, like for your bottom line. It's going to just keep your sales consistent. So a customer may start at your low tier. I call it low tier, mid tier, high tier. But they may start buying an ebook or something for like $10, $20. Then they may get like your beginner course. And then they keep going up and up until finally like they want your highest package. They want that access. They want to work one-on-one with you. And so it's your customer lifetime value. It's how do you keep people coming back? If you have great retention, you don't have to be stressing yourself all the time and also spending so much money on always getting new people in. You have your solid day ones that continue to circulate income in your business.
Oh, I love that. So pretty much having offers, so offers at different levels, or having
Yeah,
packages, whatever, at different levels, and then from
yeah,
there, a lot of following up because you said that some people might not be ready to buy today, but maybe a
yeah,
month, a year.
yeah.
So staying on top of mind is like how
Hmm.
you're doing that, and you can stay on top of mind with paid ads or something like that,
Paid
and
ads,
organic.
your organic social media marketing, email marketing, SMS marketing. Those were my channels.
Okay.
Some people go do podcasts. Some people still do radio. Some billboards. Like we have
Mm.
so many marketing channels, but the main point is get in front of your people. Know where your people is at, and I think that's also can be subjective. I was working with a younger crowd, so text marketing is great. Social media is great. Know your people and get in front of your people.
And then I'm glad that you said that because it goes back to what you said in the beginning. Meet them where they're at, right?
Mm-hmm.
But then
Mm-hmm.
you still have boundaries for yourself too.
Of course.
Mm. So
Of
let's talk
course, you
about
gotta
the
have
boundaries
boundaries.
because
Especially,
so
like I said, everybody isn't as corporate or professional these
yeah.
day and ages. So you gotta have boundaries. I learned that in my first business when customers would be calling me 2, 3 o'clock in the morning talking about where their order at.
You wasn't
Okay.
responding.
No, no. Yeah. The number got taken off from then. So that's the boundary. Like, how do you communicate? Set up your channels and then it's respect both ways. So people should not have a hard time ever being able to give you money. If it's hard to give you money, you need to go look at your systems, your funnel. You need to go figure that out. It shouldn't be hard for people to spend money with you. The link should already always be right there. It should be easy to sign up. And so that, and then also just the communication, like what is the best way for people to get in contact with you? That should be communicated as well. And so just having these boundaries in place and communicating those boundaries and just having a level of respect on both ends, I think works great.
Oh, and now we're talking about boundaries. There's two more questions I want to go here.
Mhm.
So, boundaries. So, do you charge your family and friends full price,
Um,
or do you charge them? How about that?
yes, I charge them, but I never really had to think about it because they kind of just naturally support me.
Oh,
And
I
I
love
don't
it.
know if it's like the people that are closest to me is not a lot, but like my sister, my best friend, they're entrepreneurs as well. So maybe it's just a level of understanding. But like I said, it should be easy for people to give you money. They don't really have to contact me for anything because I teach online courses, ebooks, all my things are digital. So they go to my website and buy it. They don't ask for a discount. If my best friend needs something, because sometimes she needs me to like, can you create this? Because I can do the AI. I'm creative. So she'll like, can you create me something? I don't really charge her, but she'll like just send me some money. And so I don't know, I didn't think about it, but I feel like it's up to you, but I don't think you should stretch yourself too thin. And going back to nothing is free in this world, understand that. So you shouldn't be either.
Oh,
Like
I
you're
love
valuable and the people around you should
it.
respect you enough and respect your value enough to pay for
Hey, she dropping that sauce, y'all. She dropping it, and,
it.
and it's I just again I can't. I'm gonna keep saying it again because I love how you're able to simplify it. Now it doesn't mean like everything is easy, but like you
Yeah,
said your three C's. As long as you're
yeah.
following that and you're not comparing yourself, I mean you're gonna hit. And I love how with the roadmap of 0 to 100K, I think that was it's actually, I mean, pretty simple, really. It's just showing up, creating these offers, having systems in place. You're saying leveraging ads, collaboration. So I love how you're breaking all that down right there.
Yeah.
Now, the last thing, okay. So you see some people talking about it's online. The online space is too crowded, right?
Hmm.
Or that you can't stand out anymore. Do you agree with that?
No, I don't. Because most people, like, even how you just said, like, okay, you broke it down, it's pretty simple. If it's so easy, everybody would do it going back to it, and people just don't. Most people are not going to do it. And again, that's why nobody has to be smarter than you. They don't need to have more money than you, whatever. They just got to show up more than you. So if you feel like you want to stand out more in the online space or it's too crowded, then I just challenge you to show up more. Show up more than everybody else. Beat out your competition. Go look. How many times have your competition posted in 30 days? Double it. Double it.
Mm. So you have
Just
to
beat up.
show
Just
yourself.
show up more. It's that simple. We know a
Okay,
lot of
yo.
not talented people become successful. They're not even talented.
So what do you think that is? So they show up more, they have more
They show
courage.
up. It's attention. Attention is currency. Your attention is currency. A lot of people, and I respect her, of course, but a lot of people like to use the example of Kim Kardashian. She started as
Mm.
an assistant, but she knew to make herself visible in that position. She did not play the back. She always was right next to Paris, not behind her.
Right. Interesting.
Show up. You got to be in the front.
Okay, y'all. So I want to touch on a little bit about this. All right. So I don't know if this is personal, but you help someone with their online brand or store reach what past what 1 million, 2 million, stuff like that. What does that look like? What does that take to get to that point?
You said, did I know someone or me?
No, you help
I didn't hear you.
you have a student or yeah, you have a student that you help reach what about 1 million plus or 2 million plus.
Oh, okay, yes.
So what does it take to get to that kind of level?
Honestly, the same strategies, and I'm not telling you no lie. Literally the same thing, the same process. Because it's rinse and repeat for me. I'm not teaching this person one thing, this person another thing. But I think what really stood out for that person, going back to attention, that person is more loud. More, she's going to make sure to be seen. And so we did the same formula as far as the collaborations with influencers. I remember her income jumped up when we started the collaborations. Then this is called, like, you can retarget or rechanneling. So once you get traffic, you can retarget that traffic with your paid ads. We started the email marketing. So the system is the same, but she showed up way more and way louder and commanded way more attention than her competition. And that's how you get to that level of high earning.
Ooh wee! So look, y'all. So y'all literally, and I just want to make this clear when it comes to like systems, especially that you're showing Dynasty, because that's really the fundamentals to everything, right?
Yeah.
I mean, you really don't. Everything else, what would you say is like more noise, a little bit more extra that kind of goes into the tactics of everything?
Yeah. Your systems, and then, like I said, showing up.
I mean, look, y'all. I
You're gonna
mean,
beat out your competition by showing period point blank. Kai Cenat, the man would do hours and hours, don't go to sleep, 24-hour streams. Everybody else has logged off. Why do you think he's the biggest streamer?
mm,
I'm here when my competition is not.
mm, God, dog. Where attention flows, what's the saying? How it go?
Yep, where attention flows, money goes, or something like that. Yeah,
Something like that. Okay, Dynasty.
something like
Well,
that.
now this is my little question. I heard you be singing a little bit. You be ooh, 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 ooh.
Me?
Yeah, you got the
I
voice.
do
Go on
not
here.
sing.
Girl, you can
I
sing.
don't sing.
Okay, y'all. I mean, now, Dynasty, here's what I want to do. And then I'm gonna ask them how they can find you.
Okay.
What is something that people can do? Like, what would you challenge people to do that sees this? What's something they can do? What would you challenge them to do starting today, moving forward? They want to get this online thing going. What would you challenge them to do?
Block out the noise and just go for what you want. Give yourself at least, I want to say 90, but at least 30 days. Give yourself 30 days of being consistent, showing up every day, blocking out the noise, and really doing what you want to do, not thinking about anybody else, what they're going to think about you. Like, just ask yourself, do I deserve my dreams, my goals? Does it deserve 30 days or does it deserve 90 days of me showing up every day? Am I good enough for that? Do I deserve that? And give yourself that to really see what happens, because you're not going to know until you do it. That's just my how I live life, period. That is how I live life. Anything that pops in my head, I try it. And I don't know until I do it and I get it done.
Oh, I love that. Oh my God. Hey, she just keep dropping. That's why I call her Dynasty Brown. Hey, Coach Dynasty. All right. So I love that. Now, are there any certain books that you would recommend that people read, maybe to have this mindset and stuff like that? I know you mentioned Millionaire Mindset. Are there other things, or I know you currently have a challenge or something with a book going on right now? What would you recommend?
hmm so like I mentioned, the book that changed things for me was Millionaire Mindset by um, T. Harv Eker. That was one book that really changed things for me. And then within, because even like the steps of everything we're talking about, how to get started,
Hmm.
I have the book that is 10 steps to starting your business. So from start to finish, everything I did, from picking your name, your LLC, your EIN, all the way to making the six figures, that is in my mentorship group. It's called Become a Boss. And
Oh
so
wow.
I have that book as well. And then I also have Digital Dollars. So if you're focused on online, you want to make money online, then that is the 10 best ways to make money online. So whether that's email marketing, whether that's digital courses, whether that's graphic designers, whether that's coaching, whether that's e-commerce, drop shipping, whatever it is, I have that as well in my mentorship group.
Oh wow. So quick
And
question.
we're
Do you have
also
time?
starting today.
Oh,
Well, we're supposed to start today, but Think and Grow Rich, and I'm excited about that book. I read chapter one, and I'm already like mind blown.
you like
So
it?
we're gonna start reading that together in the mentorship group too.
Really? So they can find
Mhm.
all this. You saying your mentor and your that's the app, isn't it? Or no?
Yeah, that's that.
Oh, that's the app.
Yep.
Oh, so just in
Yep.
case, I'm gonna drop the link. It should be posted on YouTube. But just to make sure, how can people find this app and everything and join you?
So everywhere on all platforms, I'm coached by Dynasty, coached with the ED, DINASTY. And it's called Dynasty on Demand. It is an app. You also can access it from your laptop or from your phone. So it's
Oh,
desktop, mobile, and app application. And actually, so even like what you said, I have a lot of offers. So what I did is over the last 10 years, all the ebooks I've ever wrote, all the courses,
oh
all the
wow.
masterclass, I put it in one place. So everything that I've ever done from now digital world with the AI, from just getting started with a boutique or hair business to digital products, just everything in between social media marketing is
Wow.
in one place. It's called Dynasty on Demand. And like P said, he has the link for you guys as well here. And yeah, you could sign up there and you have access to over 200 courses, trainings, and
God,
ebooks.
God, that you all wrote. God. And you go. Okay, and we got
It's a
one
lot.
question.
It's a lot, but that's why it's like nobody has an excuse not to learn. The information is out here, and I'm
Yes.
just happy I was able to put it all in one place for my audience. So whatever you want to learn, I mean, even like business credit and personal credit is on there. Like if you're
Yeah.
dealing with your finances and you want to level up that way, that's on the app. It's literally a little bit of everything on there.
Oh my gosh. Look, y'all heard it from Dynasty. That's the first of all, thank you for doing what you do. And then we got one
Thank
question
you.
right here. It says, could you and you can do this thing. What can you do you see the question there? Could you walk me through a
I
process?
didn't. It was faceless. What was it?
It's right here. So could you walk me through a process how I could market my digital book being faceless?
Um. Okay. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I'm gonna be like completely honest. I feel like faceless marketing, like the coffee cups and laptops, it's a little burnt out. I think people are over it. I think last year that worked really good, but now people are over it and they want that human connection again. If you don't want to show your face, learn AI. Create yourself an AI influencer. It could be a replica of you, an AI twin, or you can create a totally different character or model, but learn AI and allow your AI to do your social media marketing for you. That will be my honest advice, especially for right now in the current state of social media. I would focus on the AI doing my marketing. So technically, it's still faceless because it's not you, but there is a human interaction there, human like.
Okay.
It's a face.
She said, "Hey, it's good enough." And I love how and by the way, Dynasty also teaches that in their app to where not
Yeah.
only are you having steals, but you have what? You have the AI characters moving and everything too and speaking as
Yeah,
well, right?
we have the videos, so how to create your AI twin, how to do the videos, how to you can create logos with AI, you can create your own digital
That's
products
crazy.
with AI. So we walk through all of that in the Dynasty on Demand.
Okay, and last thing here, Dynasty, and this is gonna be it, everybody. I know Dynasty's like, bro, I smell your breath. You didn't brush your teeth today. I did. Let's wrap it up. All right. So, what's next for you, and how can people connect with you and everything that you got going on? So, what's next for you? Like, what's your the
Mhm.
next thing if there's something you talk about, and how can they
Okay.
connect with you?
Next for me is honestly building my community. I want to build my community more, just get the mentorship group stronger and impact more people. I would say at this point in my life, I am like more focused on personal endeavors than just all about my business so much.
Hmm.
But I think that's why I'm so focused on my community because I can nurture through my community without, dropping new offers every week, every month, things like that, and just
Mm.
continue to pour into that community and grow it more while still having time to focus on my personal things.
Oh, I love that. And then how can
Mhm.
everyone connect with you, let's say across all your social medias? How can they reach you?
Yeah, so everything is coached by Dynasty. I am a person you can DM me. I write back. I
What?
know some people be like, I don't write back in the DMs. No, you guys can message me. You can ask questions. So I'm on Facebook. I'm on Instagram. I'm on TikTok. I'm on YouTube, X, Twitter. Everything. Everything is coached by Dynasty.
All right, y'all. So that is everything. First of all, Dynasty, thank you for even pouring in. I know it takes a lot of energy, spiritually, mentally,
Yeah.
physically, everything. So thank you for even hopping on
Thank you
this.
for having me. I thank you for recognizing and appreciating my greatness and wanting to have me and just allowing me to have this space. So I appreciate that.
You ain't need none of that. You got out. You good. T being humble, y'all. But
No,
thank you
seriously, I
so much.
appreciate it.
All right, y'all. That's everything. All right, Dynasty, appreciate you. All right, y'all. We out. Is there a good uplifting word you can say to the people?
Know
Anything
what you
like that?
want to go for it, period, point blank, period. Know what you want and go for it because it's not, nobody else gonna do it for you but you. And once you understand that and you just say, F it, I'm doing this, you don't even give yourself a plan B, like plan A has to work, you'll see your life change.
Mm-mm-mm. And we're gonna let y'all marinate on that. All right, y'all. We out of here. All right, Dynasty, appreciate you.
Thank you.
All right.